can take time go tune the car. Just take time drive going, and now hurry. Yeah. And we have to do some tuning, get the car up and running. Get the car to a level where you're comfortable and you can do what you want to do without problem. Try to see if we can put some here in it. How much? Like 27 psi. Yeah. I know, like the rim them want to have some oil around it. Like the rim them want oil back, because it seems here a pass the side of the rim pass through the tire and the rim. So see if we can add back some air in the car. See if we can touch it down, you know? Yes man. Out here say 93 gas there now. Shaz gas station this one. And them have a 93 gas. Show us 93 in the car to see if we can make some more power, you know? Yes brother. So you have a beamer, but look on this people, nice Daihatsu, and them charmant. Yeah man, no matter how you see that drifter buy a new car and I drive a little new car, and I love you all that stuff, you know brother. It's pretty. Yeah man. Nice. Can't make it all here, you know. Yeah them man. Them are original drifters, you know. Original drift car, nice and pretty. Yes, brother. So I don't know, tune in there, get the machine up and running, throw some boost on it, see if we can make it go whoosh. Yes, brother. On the rollers. Yes, brother. Tune in there. Let's see if we can tie it up, pull over it. And see if we can keep on in tune with everything we are going. Let the games begin. Remember the history of that drifter. Remember that the 1NZ was my original engine of choice for the ladder. However, the ladder shall deteriorate before I could actualize the 1NZ at its full potential. So I built that 1NZ from about 2022 with the rods and pistons and everything in it. However, the shell deteriorate before I could actualize the engine. So I had the engine, however I didn't have nowhere to put it, so I tried with the BMW. However, the displacement on the engine was small, so yeah, it didn't have that pull as it wanted. But I actually had the opportunity to see the 1NZ perform like I wanted to do in the ladder. This is the engine that I'm planning to put into the BMW. Yes, so this is has a bigger displacement, and also it has a torque to move the BMW. However, you guys, if you know, LEXUS, Toyota, Mark X Crown, all of them comes with an automatic transmission. Even though these engines 4GR, 1GR, 3GR, 2GR, they all come with a gearbox option. However, it is very rare. In my case, I tried to locate one, however I was unsuccessful. So like always, the drifter will fabricate a gearbox. Alright, so what I'm going to do is pretty much get out the engine. Yes man, so this is where we're at right now. Work there, remove there, take out engine there. Yes brother. Alright, so today is a sad day in our way, because as you can see, glass break. Well, it's sad enough, but I'm grateful because it could have been worse. As you can see here, see that? The bonnet bend on the left and the bonnet bend on the right. Alright, we can show the video. Look here.
Flashback.
And that's how I go on. Mini Gilbert or Gilbert bad getting sun pass through and flick up the bonnet on top of the car, broke the windshield, you press down the wiper here and break it. Luckily there's a little curve here, so I didn't touch this one as well, but it's a little drawback, something that was not planned. So I have to get the bonnet sorted out and get the car clean again. Remember, this car is like 6 months old, so car doesn't have any damage on it. It has never been hit or anything. So this little bend on the bonnet and the little bend on the side and the glass will throw away all that good, nice, sexy look that the car has. So I'll be working on that to see if I can get rid of that and get the car nice in one color and also everything straight. Alright, so today is tear down day, removal of the engine, and alright, so the engine out now. Let us see. The first thing we would have check is the clutch. You can see flywheel clean, and the clutch this barely start heat down. See one side. Let me see how the pressure plate look. Like a slipping go on, but maybe I just the burning part of it, like when the clutch just a start burn. But other than that, in a bad. Now one for discoloration, so you know, so the clutch is good. So this is good, this is alright. Yeah, so this is body work there, as you can see. Try to get the little places them smooth out back. There was a little bend here, as you can see. So I get the bend sort out. I want to like a video I record, man. Yeah, I get the little dents them like this one here. And this a dent here. You know, get them sorted out. So this is where you get back the car nice and pretty. Alright, so it's the day after, a few days after. And now everything is nice. The bonnet is back to its original color. The right mix. There's no bend, there's no dent. So you can still see the little marks and so on it, but apart from that, everything is good. So the car is nice again. So I can continue from here. So today is a dual caliper day, as you can see. I'm in the process of building a second caliper for the rear disc wheel. Right, I don't want to splice the original brake line. As you can see, BMW is a fast car and they are meant to stop within seconds, right? I don't want to interrupt that, so I'm going to build a second line and mount two calipers, one on the left, one on the right, and just attach that to my hydraulic handbrake in the car, and that should be enough. If I want to slide the car, I'll have to just pull on the handbrake, and I can also step on my foot brake as well. So this is a good thing. And as you can see, I'm almost finished. The left side is finished, so I'm going over to the right side and then I'll just run the hydraulic lines, and that should be it. It's quite easy, it's not hard. Just build some brackets and try and see if I can mount them as quickly as possible. Marking up, I just finished welding, so this is the final product. Everything fits as it should. Turn, that sound is from the BMW brake, so yeah, this is where it's at. So with everything up and bolted on, now I have to just add the caliper, the piston here, and then run the lines through here, attach it to this, bring it back with the original lines, and just continue inwards into the car. So yeah, so this is the left side, so do the same on the right. That should be it for the dual caliper setup. Alright, so this is the finished product, as you can see. Original caliper here, and the second hydraulic handbrake caliper. So this is the left side. This is the finished product. On the left, and go around to this side now. And this is the right side. So handbrake caliper and the original BMW rear caliper here. So this is rear. So that's the finish. So don't know that drifta, man. The only thing me I say to people, just drop a one like, man. You see me? Subscribe to the thing and help out the youth. Remember to touch the black bell so you get all the notification. If you don't know that drifta, who them? Now play this here. Alright, so pretty much this is the current state of the engine and the gearbox. Building something amazing, as you can see. The gearbox is mounted to the bell housing, however it is not welded as yet. I'm pretty much lining up to get it to the permanent position in which it will stay. So this is where it's at. This is how it looks. Yeah, so I'm going to use my little nifty welder, see if we can put some well on it and tack it into place, and then we'll check to ensure that everything is okay, everything is aligned perfectly, and then we'll go on to the next round, which would be to add it into the BMW and then do our marks for the engine mounts and so on, and then mounts for the gearbox. With the engine in, as you can see, engine is levered, and also the engine sits exactly where it should be. Cylinder number 1 aligns with the strut mount, so the engine is all the way back as much as possible, and I have a lot of space here. I have about 10 inches to 11 inches of space there to add things that I am a little surprised that I am planning to add to this build as well. One of the problems that I'm finding now since I finish the build is that this intake unfortunately can't work because the engine is pushed all the way back. The plastic manifold is unable to attach to the aluminum plenum, what I call this lower intake manifold, whatever it names. The plastic manifold cannot attach to it, so I would have to build something or design something to work there. So apart from that, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Alright, this is pretty much the most reliable BMW ever made, and it was made by the Drifta. Oh them man, yeah man, most reliable. A BMW with a Toyota engine, a 3.5 litre Toyota engine. It has power and it's also reliable. Best of both worlds. So today's project is pretty much intake manifold build, right? Aluminum intake manifold for the lower manifold. As I said, the original plastic manifold is unable to bolt up here due to the fact that the engine is pushed all the way back inside of the chassis. So I have to design something that is workable, and also the design has to be beautiful because it's in the engine bay, and you know that beautification is also a thing that we're looking at, right? So I'm pretty much in the design process now. I use some cardboard to mock up the intake holes and so on, and where the bolts will pretty much bolt up for the injector rails and so on. So I'm pretty much in the process right now, trying to figure it out and get it up and running. Alright, so everything was mocked up out of cardboard. Everything sits perfectly as it should. Injectors are on to get the clearance for the injector rail. The throttle body is attached, as you can see. Everything is aligned perfectly as it should have. There's nothing else left to do than to just make it out of metal. There's clearance for the bonnet. Bonnet doesn't touch the plenum at all. So all I have to do is just weld this out of aluminum, and then I'll be there. So this is the final product of the manifold. So this was my original design. I've pretty much talked to more than one fabricator, and most of them wanted to change my design. However, I did all the calculations necessary for this application, because this is a 6-cylinder engine and also a 3.5 litre engine, so you have to calculate the volume of air that it will be passing through this plenum to go into the cylinders below. So all of that, I did the calculation to check the volume of the inside perimeter of the manifold. So my design was okay, but several fabricators wanted to change my design to the common pipe or the oval or the round shape intake manifold, which I didn't want. So I found a fabricator which accept my design, and we both work together, and this is the final product. Right, it looks good, everything works, right? So all I have to do now is pretty much put it on the car and see what we can get out of it and see how it bolts up to it. Pretty much a final product, right? The manifold sits good on the engine. Everything is lined up perfectly, so there's no problem everything sits perfectly in place. We're working with millimeters here. This is the cam sensor, yep, yeah, this is the VTech. So this is the cam sensor. So that one is right here. Originally it was this one, however I had to change it over due to the angle because it would be a little bit here and I wanted to use but the electronic throttle body, so I had to invert this a little bit to one angle to get it to work, but everything is pretty much aligned. So all my calculations were right and everything bolts up as it should. So if I bring this down, as you can see, we have the space and we have the clearance that we need for the intake. So pretty much all I have to do now is finish the gas line, and once the wiring is finished the engine can start. And alright, so it's a wire in there, so pretty much see if we can get the wiring in place, get the standalone computer connected to the car. Right, so I have the wire technicians here putting in the work. See if we can get the 2GR started. The 2GR BMW F20. Alright, so it's later down in the night and we're still on it, trying to see if we can get it finished, everything all wired up. Alright, so yes, trying to get the beast in one piece. You know where it go. Everything put in together. Radiator connected, gas line connected, so you know our next. Vroom vroom, start. Yes man, so working on it. Getting the BMW Mark X started and up and running. Stay tuned.
The following day.